Fun fact, that's what a 223 will do to a 1/4-inch piece of steel. So when you see these guys on TV hiding behind a car door, I don't think so. Like, share, and subscribe. Alright, getting a little bit more done. It's a little step at a time. Got the 5 high, but I'm taking the metal out. Putting these 4x4s in as I go. Got to get some more, run out. Of course, I'll cut them off. I'll get this 2x4. Decided to go with a lean-to instead of an actual building, or instead of like a shed type thing like that. We're gonna go do just a lean-to. I'm gonna put these other 2 up here once these boards, or the 4x4s, got them in concrete, 2 foot down. And once I get them all tied in like that, they'll stand up. These telephone poles stand up a whole lot better. In the back, I'll have more telephone poles standing up behind everything. After I put some more, take these poles out. I don't know, I might leave the metal in there. I don't know what I'm gonna do just yet. I got this strap cutting across here to pull that 4x4 up tight, and then we'll finish it up once I get it framed in and everything all tightened up there. Finish it off with these barrels full of everything, and rocks and wood and all kinds of stuff. And about the only thing that's going to go through this sucker, if I haven't said it before, is a minigun, and I ain't got the money for a minigun, so even if I did, don't think I'd use it on this. Tear it up. So anyway, that's where I'm at so far. Like, share, and subscribe, please. Alright, I'm considering this finished, although it's not 100%. It is 99%. I've got telephone poles on the sides, all the way around, 5 high, about 4.5 foot. I've got a roof over top with 1/2-inch plywood for catching any ricochets that aren't going to happen because we're shooting down into a 1/4-inch piece of steel. Now, I was using this. I had some friends come over with some 223, and that didn't stop. I don't care what the movies say. The 223 did not stop the 1/4-inch steel. Behind the 1/4-inch steel is another 1/2-inch of pine and a row, 2 rows, I'll show you. First row is horizontal of telephone poles. The second row is vertical of telephone poles. I've got a wall that I'm not finished back in here that I'm going to fill in between the vertical telephone poles and the wall. It's going to be filled with dirt and rock. On the sides were telephone poles on the inside, and I've got 1/2-inch pine, actually pallet wood, which is pine and oak, but mostly pine on top of that. So there is roughly 2 feet of wood minimum on 3 sides. I've got it covered all the way around. The only thing I haven't done now on the roof, I've got 1/2 inch of OSB and then tar paper, and then there'll be shingles on top of that. 1 or 2 sets, I haven't decided yet. I've got the shingles, I just got to get it done. But that's not really stopping it from anything other than weather. I'll eventually, on these poles here, have some lights. So, just to help out a little bit, not for night shooting necessarily, even though Franklin County does allow me to shoot until 10 p.m. Eventually, I will also paint all of this in Kills. It's a stain paint to help keep mold and mildew and rotting away. All 4 posts, or all the posts, actually there's more than 4, there's one in the middle, so, and a couple in the back here, but all the posts are in concrete, 3 foot down. This building will be here for a little while. Behind all of that, you see lined up 55-gallon drums full of rock and nails and ash. And if you take ash from a fire pit full of nails and so forth, this stuff will pack like concrete and nothing goes through these barrels. So I think that is about as safe as I can make it. Once I fill this back in with dirt, then I'll move these barrels up next to it. I'll paint it and then move the barrels up next to it. And that is going to be as safe as possible. Behind me there is a hill. There's a creek down below. It's a runoff. Some people think it's their own, and it's not. They don't own it because it runs through their property. But the state says that is a runoff from all of the other properties and the roads all the way up and down, so it is public and or government property, however way you want to look at it. It's government property, not being used by the government, it's public. Whatever, I'm not a legal mind. But there is, if you want to call, I'll say be nice, families up on these hills. But again, we're shooting down into the dirt from anywhere between 10, 20, 30, and 35 yards, depending on what I'm shooting. And we'll be shooting down into this target range. So there it is, the best that I can do with what I've got. Don't please, I mean, leave me all kinds of comments. I'm happy with the comments, but you know, keep in mind, this is almost all scrap wood. Everything here, except for the 4x4s and the OSB, the tar paper, and nails. Everything else was scrap stuff that I've pulled pallets apart, and the county was getting rid of telephone poles. So I just sawed them up to the size and fit, and they're being used. So it's not perfect, it's not great, it's not everything is used, but it is safe. I wouldn't do it if it wasn't safe, and it's a whole lot better than my other range, obviously, with just a bunch of junk hanging up. Plus, it's all cleaned up and getting all better around here. That's if you ever watch any of the trail cams, that's where the critters come through the woods, down up behind there, up through here. There's a couple of trail cams there. There's one over there. They like to walk through here, the deer and everybody else wanders through here. So there it is. Oh, this little one right here, this little target is for 22s and pellets. And one of my neighbors likes to shoot off of his back porch up there. And so he can shoot pellets with these targets that move, and it doesn't hurt anything, and they just splat and fall down from there. This is the 9 mil type of round. I found one in the dirt there. That's what happens to it when I was hitting water bottles or shooting water bottles, and it just plops down and falls in the ground. Anywho, there we go. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and leave some comments. Appreciate y'all. Enjoy. Be safe.